everyone, my name is Mrs. Patel Dame and I'm your chemistry teacher for this year. Now, you may have already had a flipped classroom before, like in geometry or physics, but every teacher does their classroom videos in a different way. So I just wanted to teach you guys, or tell you guys, pretty much the concepts behind the chemistry videos. So this video that we're watching right now is for both the student and their parents or guardians, so make sure that the parents or guardians are also watching this as well. We're going to talk about what these videos are, how students learn, why we incorporate videos, taking notes, misconceptions, and how not to be successful in this class. So these videos are pretty much just notes that you would normally take in class. They have concepts, examples, helpful hints. I'll show you little demonstrations online as well. That way you can pretty much take your time in taking these notes. I know a lot of times in class, and I've been guilty of this as well, you're taking notes, but you're not really paying attention. And then eventually you kind of daze off and think about something else, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh my goodness, I have not been taking notes, I have not been paying attention. Well, in this case, that's going to be alright, because you're watching these videos as your notes. So if you find yourself dazing off, go ahead and rewind, and then restart. So I just want to kind of quickly tell you guys how students learn. The first part is just remembering or memorizing information. We've done this constantly in school, and this is pretty much something that's up to the student. We teachers can help you as much as we can, but it's up to you to memorize the information. The next step is understanding. This is how you explain concepts. You might be summarizing information, restating concepts. I will help you guide you through this, but this is, again, pretty much on you. The third step is pretty much where we kind of stop in traditional learning. We solve problems, and then that's it. Then we move on. So then we remember, understand, and then apply or solve more problems for the next concept and keep going. Well, what these videos help us do is actually use more time in class to do these next steps, which are also really important. It's to analyze or question the information, to evaluate or justify your responses, and then to create something. So we'll be able to finally get to these last three steps by having these videos. And pretty much this is why. So if we sum it up, we have an average of 60 minutes per day, 40 minutes one day, 80 minutes another day, about 170 days of class days, excuse me. If we boil it all down, it actually comes down to 7 days worth of class time. Now, that means 7 days to do all of this, to take notes, to understand concepts, to do practice problems, for me to do demonstrations for you to actually do experiments and learn lab procedures, to analyze it, to figure out why chemistry is applied in the real world, to learn computer skills, all of these other things. So we have to do all of this in essentially 7 days. Now, this doesn't also include early releases or assembly bells or absences for appointments or anything like that. So really, we have to do all of this in less than 7 days. That's a lot, especially in a difficult course like chemistry. So this kind of shows you what we would normally be doing. About 50% of our time is used to take notes in class. That's a lot, and that means that we are not able to, or pretty much we have to use less time to do experiments and demos, to practice problems. And eventually, some of these really important things, like those right there, they go to the wayside because we just need to, of course, prep for the regents, do experiments, and do practice problems. So what doing these videos pretty much means is that we can actually take notes using the videos. It helps us understand concepts, do more practice problems. The videos also help you learn lab procedures because I'll be teaching you guys those lab things as well. I'll give you some reminders on basic math skills. We'll help prepare for the regents, practice responsibility, and learn how to learn. I know that last one's a little weird, learning how to learn, but many of us just kind of memorize. We don't really know what works best for us. So by incorporating these videos or watching these videos, we're able to do all of these little check marks outside of class. In class now, by having those videos, we're actually able to do more experiments. We're able to do more practice problems. And with those practice problems, that's all individual help. Normally, in a classroom setting, I wouldn't be able to help you because I'm so busy giving you guys the lecture or the notes. But now, by watching the videos at home, we're actually able to do more practice problems, and I'm able to come around and talk to you guys and kind of help you work through some problems. You're able to collaborate more, meaning you're able to work more with other students. And we're able to do a lot more other things like problem solve, do demonstrations. I'm going to be able to teach you how to use the computer, how to research, analyzing results, and all of these things will help you understand the material better. So we're actually able to spend more time to help you understand. Now, the next part is actually taking notes. So when you're watching these videos, I'll give you guys pretty much an outline of the concepts that we're going to cover, which is kind of what I did earlier. I gave you an outline of what we're going to be covering, and then I go in more in depth. So pretty much what your notes will be are going to be loose leaf paper. You're going to eventually put these into a binder. The front side is just the notes, any drawings, practice problems, tables, and make them color-coded. Color helps you remember things. That's all on the front side. The back are questions that are taped in. You're just going to tape the top of the questions, and you're going to be able to have the answers behind the questions. I will supply all the questions for you. In fact, those are the ones we'll probably be doing in class anyway. So you'll have all the answers for them as well. Pretty much, these note sheets will be your way of remembering all the information and then eventually analyzing and interpreting everything. And the nice thing is that you can pause the video as needed. So if I talk too fast, and sometimes I have a tendency to do that, you can pause it, go back, write all the notes out, and then restart it as needed. So let me give you some examples of some previous students' work. So this is just the front side, again, only the front side for the notes. This case, we were naming hydrocarbons. So this student wrote down each of the steps. It was nice and big and bold. It wasn't all squished together. They were able to say step 1 is this, step 2 is this, step 3, and it's clearly written there. And then they were able to show the examples as well on how to do each of them. In this case, this is Boyle's Law. This will be in Unit 3, dealing with pressure and volume and all the gas laws. So they were able to do the concepts first. They drew the graph that I had on the screen, and then they wrote out the practice problem and did the practice problem there for themselves. That way they help themselves remember all the information later on. This one's on phase changes. Notice all the color here too. They color-coded everything. The solids are in pink, the liquids are in teal, and the gases are in orange. So that way they could help themselves figure out, okay, gases are orange here, and then they're orange here, so they can actually see what ends up happening to gases for each one of them. Same thing with the solids and the liquids as well. So color coding is really awesome. This is what I mean for the back. So pretty much I will give you all of these questions in little blocks, and you just have to cut them out, paste just the top, so that way you can put the answers underneath the flap, right there and there. So pretty much what you can do is read the question, answer it for yourself, and then lift it up and see what the actual answer is. So I just want to kind of go through some misconceptions about flipped videos or watching these videos. One thing is that you're teaching yourself all of the material. Well, this is false. I'm still going to be teaching you the material, but you're still responsible for taking notes and memorizing the information, just like you would as if we were doing the notes in class. Another misconception, let's see. I have unreliable internet, so I can't watch the videos. Well, luckily for you, I have all the videos and I can put them on a USB drive. If you have a USB drive, I can use that. If not, I can let you borrow one of mine. You can copy them onto your computer. These are also all available on the school computer, so I will be more than happy to write you a pass during study hall or lunches in order to watch all the videos. You can also stay after school and watch them as well. So really, there's no reason not to watch those. Well, this one, sometimes people like to say, I don't have time to watch them. Sometimes you have a late game or practice that is really late, or something happens. Well, I give you all of the videos ahead of time and the schedules ahead of time as well. So it's up to you to be able to prioritize and make your schedule. So for example, if you know on Wednesday night you've got a game that goes really late up in Chazy or Altona, wherever, then you can go ahead and know that, okay, well, I need to make sure I watch this video ahead of time so that way I can, again, make sure everything gets done. So I give you the schedule ahead of time, and there's no reason not to know what videos to watch when. And normally we have about 30 to 40 minutes of homework anyway, so you would be doing the homework. In this case, it's just watching the videos and taking notes. And again, if you have internet access on your phone or other mobile device, you can watch this while going up to your game on the bus ride. So don't worry, guys, you can still watch them. Another misconception is, hey, I can just take the screenshots of the videos and just use that for my notes, meaning like I can just write down whatever is on the screen. That's not okay. I only, the words have some of it, but I explain a lot more to you, so you have to still listen to me. Sorry, guys. And you also have to do the practice problems as well. I will give you a heads up saying, hey, guys, make sure you have your calculator for this one, or your reference tables, so make sure you have all that out for yourself as well. But don't just take the screenshots, or don't just write down what is written on the screen. You also have to write down what I'm saying as well, or other helpful hints that I'm giving you. Here's some tips on how to not be successful. So if you don't want to do well, this is what you could do. You could just write down what's written on the screen, all right? Or you don't do the practice problems. You could copy somebody else's notes, or forget to bring your notes, or not watch the videos at all. So if you don't want to be successful, if you don't want to do well, follow these things, all right? But if you do want to be successful, watch the videos, pause them as needed, take the notes, highlight, color code, do all of that sort of stuff. Also, another note on the notes is that I know for me, like I like to do like a quick little rough draft as I'm watching through videos, and then afterward just do a nicer version. That way it's less time for you during the video itself, and you have more time to actually understand all of it. Rewriting notes is extremely helpful. I did that all throughout college, and it really helps you understand or remember all that information. So to summarize, the videos are how you're going to get your class notes. So if you don't have your class notes, you won't be able to do any of the practice problems or the labs, and make sure you bring all those notes to class with you. And during class, I'm able to help you out individually, so if you don't understand something I had said in the video, that's okay. Ask me during class, and I will explain it again or in a different way. That's what the purpose is for me to help you understand this in any way that helps you. All right, kiddos? Have a great day. Parents or guardians, I do need to make sure that you sign off that you have watched this video as well. I look forward to a wonderful year with you guys. Take care.